And last but certainly not least, our special guest today is Ron Sims. He is the Deputy Secretary of the United States Housing and Urban Development Agency. He was unanimously confirmed by the U.S. Senate on May 6, 2009, just a few short months ago, and sworn in 2 days later. He's the second most senior official at HUD. As such, he's responsible for managing the department's day-to-day operations, a nearly $40 billion annual operating budget, and the agency's 8,500 employees. He went to his new job from King County in Washington. He has previously served as the executive for that county, which is an elected position. It's the 13th largest county in the nation in a metropolitan area of just almost 2 million people. 39 cities make up that area, including Seattle, Bellevue, and Redmond. While serving 3 terms, Sims was nationally recognized for his work on transportation, homelessness, climate change, healthcare reform, urban development, and affordable housing. He clearly comes to this office with much expertise. He's already given us some great ideas here in Fresno, and we're looking forward to an active partnership with him and his agency. Would you please welcome Deputy Secretary Sims?
Well, I appreciate the very gracious introduction by Mayor Swearingen, and who is a remarkable political figure, not only here in California, but actually throughout the country. I was nervous when I met with her, which is unusual for a deputy secretary. I was going to get her autograph because she's becoming famous, and but she is an exceptional talent. Madam Council President, it's good seeing you and being in your district. Cece, we're with you. We're there. I want to thank the HUD employees as well. I have had, this has been a wonderful experience being in Fresno. And let me tell you the reasons why. When I met with the mayor this morning, normally what happens is I'll get a litany of whoa. And I didn't get that. It was basic facts. We're going to be a sustainability community, and here's how we're going to achieve it. It was an absolutely thrilling discussion, because when President Obama appointed Secretary Donovan as the Secretary of Housing and Urban Development and asked me to be the Deputy Secretary, this is what he envisioned: a community not a community of complaint, a community that would embrace sustainability and livability and move forward. And that's what I heard this morning, and it was a great discussion as to vision. And the key, and I reminded her, I said, you know, we need everybody to win, because sustainability and livability is always for the affluent, it is not for everybody. And she says, let me tell you about the Lowell neighborhood, because that's where we started first. This is an extraordinary commitment by a city to make a difference for everybody. The rising tide should lift all boats. And we have a mayor and a city council and a business community and a law enforcement community and educational community all committed to making sure that the tide, that the sustainability will benefit every single individual in every single neighborhood. And I spent the last hour in another meeting where we talked about all of the counties. And what I say about the Valley is the Valley influences Southern California and Northern California, Reno and Las Vegas. This is the place where if we make it works in several states and in several metropolitan areas. Sustainability and livability is very important for us. And to be in a meeting where people are committed to showing that it can work on an 8-county basis is absolutely extraordinary. So I've traveled all over the country now, even though I've only been the deputy director for 9 weeks. I've been on the road a lot talking to our fabulous HUD employees and in the regional offices. But I found today's discussion to be absolutely remarkable for what people were committed to do to end homelessness, what people were committed to do to have smart growth, what people were committed to do to lower their impact upon global warming, what the people were willing to do to address poverty in their neighborhoods, to help people of color in terms of getting employment and a better education, and to do it systematically, collegially, across jurisdictional lines. So there's been a lot of political leadership here. So the citizens here are well served. HUD has been a partner, and we will continue to be a partner, whether it's on lead abatement programs, whether it is the use of our CDBG monies, whether it is providing more housing opportunities for people. But I can tell you that there is a grand experiment. And I remind people that this is the greatest nation in the world because everybody got here by land bridge, boat, or plane. Never before in the history of the world has a nation risen to this supremacy without a common gene pool. And all I can say is my visit here has assured me that there is a place where that grand experiment is working quite well, where people are no longer willing to define themselves on the past and the challenges that they have. They're willing to establish a vision and work in a rational, pragmatic, relentless way to accomplish it. When President Obama took his oath of office, when President Obama gave his first State of the Union speech, when he came forward and said that we're going to make a difference in this economy, that we're going to make sure that in the long run, that we're going to reduce job loss, and that has occurred. 1/3 now of what it was in the past. When he said that we are going to make a difference in communities, I think he was talking about this community. This was his vision. This was his view of the world. That if we can make a difference in Fresno and in the Valley communities, we will change this country and change the world. And I'm very glad and honored to be here because it's being done right here. It's being done smart here. The public's a winner, the taxpayers are the winner, and more than anything, these children represent a future generation that will believe in the value of their communities and aspire to be extraordinary individuals. It's an honor to be here. Thank you.